It's my skinny shirt make me look thin.
Questions?
Hey, Coach, can I ask you, this whole issue of stealing signals and stuff in Utah and Oregon, and Mike Leach says the Pac-12 ought to investigate.
Get up, investigate. We do things by the rules. I mean, it seemed like we'd have better things to talk about. Do we steal signals? Yeah, we do. Do people steal our signals? Yeah, we do. Do you see our signs and all the things that we do? It's our responsibility to make sure our signals are safe. By rule, you can't video somebody else's signals. You can't record their audio, right? That's it. So there's nothing illegal about that. From the time I've been coaching, we had guys with binoculars on getting their groupings so you have an idea of what their formation is. And if people do a poor job, we've had times this year where we've had a quarterback or a tackle or somebody give things away. It's part of the game. So I don't understand all that. I mean, we're definitely going by the rules, and that there's not anything illegal about looking at somebody's signals or looking at somebody's groupings or whatever. So I don't know why we're wasting our time talking about stuff like that.
Is it aggravating that Mike Leach says bring on a Pac-12?
No, it doesn't. I don't really care what anybody else says. You know, I'm concerned about our program. But you know, if I had a question about somebody else, I'd pick up the phone and call them. Yeah. You know, obviously. I can tell you that we do things by the book and by the rules, and you know that's so investigate all you want.
Coach,
we actually lost the game, both those games. I mean, so I don't understand that. Wasting time talking about stuff that's you know not very relevant.
Yeah. Coach, I want to get your thoughts on what the weather at Washington State, what's it like to go there because the weather's so unpredictable, and does it give you an advantage to have a 1:30 kick knowing you'll be playing in the daytime instead of night?
I thought it was 12:30 kick.
That's Pacific time.
Totally different if it's 12:30 to 1:30. Totally different deal. No, I mean, you can't worry about things you can't control. So every time I've been there, it's been nice. You know, I don't think I've ever been there. It's been bad. So, you know, obviously, when you're going up north, you can get weather and rain. And you know, we had Washington. I guess last year was one of the most miserable games for me personally. I froze to death. Oregon State was pretty cold when we went up there. So you just got to be prepared. It's part of the game. You can't be distracted by that. That's the great thing about football. There's a lot of the elements and those things are big factors. But bottom line, we got to for our seniors, for our program, we got to figure out a way to go up and beat a very good Washington State team. I was very impressed with how hard they played. They played with a lot of heart.
How's the attitude today after practice, going through this practice?
Good. I mean, good. I think our guys, a lot of guys, you know, this time of year beat up, and we gave them about 3 days with nothing, you know, with no physical practice. I think that helped. But you know, anytime you have 3 days off, you're a little sluggish. So they were a little sluggish, but picked it up, did really sharp mentally, and you know, bottom line, we got to go and you know, get this thing back on track and win a game.
You guys have been really good against the run. On the back end, not as much. What have been the issues there?
We've turned a lot of guys loose, and you know, made a lot of mental mistakes and things like that. And there's a lot of pressure on us, but you know, we've actually played better when we pressure more. So last week we tried to pressure less, and we had some issues. We blew a lot of coverages against USC and blew a lot of coverages the other night. And so I think too that has a lot to do with the athletes that you're going against and the margin for error. If you leave somebody there, you know, you can't recover from it as far as being able to rally to it. So we just I didn't think the other night we gave it too much yards period on everything. I thought that you know, I mean, we, like I said the other day, we know our potential offensively. We showed that. It'd be nice if we put it all together, and that's what we've got to do.
Coach, sitting at 4-4, how important is it for the seniors to step up and lead this team right now?
Well, I mean, for them, it's for everybody. It's not really, you know, it's every person's responsibility to be accountable, to work hard and get it done. And you know, it's just the reality. The reality, like I said the other day, is, you know, last year we won the games. We played in overtime. We've lost a couple of close games. That's the difference between this year and last year. Obviously, there's different things each year and different personnel. And sometimes you're playing better at one side and not this side and all that. But, you know, we got to go win every week in the Pac-12. It's going to be the same way. You know, last year we played Washington State. gets that. We won a last-second field goal to Utah in overtime. We won on the last play of the game with a Hail Mary at USC. So that's the difference. And so the margin for error is so small. The difference between winning and losing in this league, because there's such parity, you got to bring it. And so what we got to do is focus on us and make sure that every person is accountable for their leadership, for their energy, for their focus, and for their doing their job. That's the key for us.
I've heard you mention often that you played off, didn't blitz as much at quarterback. I think I can only remember one other time. Was it just because of the ability to scramble or to extend plays that Adams had?
Well, no. I mean, we just kind of, we're concerned about, the receivers and matching up on them, and and two, I'm trying to let Coach Patterson is calling it, and so I want to let him, do. And we just, I felt like there were times where, when we. The other night we left the guy uncovered is when we're trying to pressure, and we made some mistakes that were going fast. So we're trying to eliminate big plays. But we did. I don't know how many times we sacked him, but if we'd have sacked him every time we hit him, it would have been a whole bunch. I think we had 5 or 6 sacks and a whole bunch of TFLs again. But who cares about that? What matters is winning. And that 4th and 9, you gotta make it happen. That was the play of the game. And gave up a kickoff return for that. There's 20 plays in that game, and that's any week. Any week it's like that. I'll tell you this: our players. I loved the other night. Obviously, we're going to program. The time I walked up here, I said it's going to be winning championships. We didn't support anything less than that, so we're disappointed. But at the end of the day, I was pretty impressed with our student section that cheered our guys, and was very impressed with our guys, the heart that they played with. These seniors have done an awful lot. And we got to go and get figure out a way to get a win this week, and obviously win the rest of our games and see what happens.
Concerned about special teams this week at all?
Concerned every week about special teams. I mean, I thought we were playing at the highest level we played around here in a long time. I mean, you got to give Oregon a lot of credit. They got really good skill players, but that kickoff return for a touchdown was big, and obviously I don't, try 54 and a 51, I still think that he's, very capable of making that, but, you got to make the one chip shot field goal, and so there's a whole bunch of things, there's a whole bunch. I think we missed blocking an extra point in overtime by about that far. Obviously, you see the one interception we had, and we thought we had a free play was huge in the deal. So, this game's about it comes down to inches, and that's why it's so important that your character and how you do things and your work ethic and persevering through that and being consistent. So, but I've got a tremendous belief and appreciation for these guys and how hard they work, and we've got a challenge going to Washington State just like you do every week in this league, and we got to figure out a way to go win.
Thank you, Coach. Confidence knowing that you won there back in 2013. Does it give you some confidence knowing that you won back in Martin Stadium back in 2013?
It gave me a lot of confidence back in 2013. I felt really confident coming off the field. No, I mean, our team's been a pretty good team on the road. I mean, these guys have played well, but none of that stuff means anything. Bottom line, this game is, we got to figure out a way to get some takeaways and get some 3 and outs, and coach has got his system. He's a very good football coach. He's got his system going, and they're executing it very well with some really good skill players. And I tell you, I was so impressed with their defense the other night, and just their defensive coordinator, I think, is doing a tremendous job. And man, they played extremely hard. I mean, they lost on the last play of the game, and you make that, they win, and they're sitting there in first place in the North. So we got our hands full with a team that's got a lot of confidence and playing real hard. So that's nothing like 2013 going up there. It was a complete opposite situation. So what gives me confidence is I got confidence in our players. I got confidence in our guys, and we got to go put a complete game together. If we do that, then we're a hard team to beat.
Thank you.